and it will be with our knees bent. So it's called Ardha Shavasana. So our knees are up, that's why it's Ardha. Ardha usually means half, so half Shavasana. So you lay back, knees bent. You can either knock your knees in or have them straight. And then allow your arms to come out to the sides, creating space between the side body and the armpits. Take a nice inhale here. Open the mouth, let it go. We'll do that again. Inhale fully and completely. Open your mouth and maybe side out, making a sound. We'll try that again. Inhale. With a nice big sound, exhale. Now bring your hands on your belly. And with a smooth inhale, allow the belly to rise. Exhale, the belly softly lowers down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, tummy contracts. Inhale, feel the belly expand. Softly let the belly fall down into the spine. And now we'll bring our hands onto the chest. Take a smooth inhale and feel the chest lift. And then let it go. And I forgot to say, we can be exhaling with a pursed lip. So inhale, chest rises. Softly purse your lips, exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. The hands lower down onto the side ribs. And gently inhale, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, release. Inhale, ribs widen. Exhale, let it go. Release your hands down towards the hips. Just let them relax. And take nice, smooth inhales and exhales with your lips pursed or with the closed mouth, however you please. And now either filling up the belly on one inhale, filling up the ribs on another, and then the chest on another. And just play with it. We have different types of breathing. And it's really cool to feel the difference between them. And being able to tap into, okay, well, this time I want to go down to the belly. This time I want to go into the ribs. Making the breath intentional. So really connecting that mindfulness with breath. Inhale. Pause at the top. And exhale, let it go. Let's start to cultivate our Ujjayi breathing, constricting the back of the throat. So creating a little whisper sound in the back of the throat for the inhales and the exhales. And if you're comfortable keeping your mouth slightly closed, You can, or you can inhale and exhale with your mouth open. So really allowing that sound, that wave-like sound, to be a little louder. On your next inhale, bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees in Apanasana, and you can rock side to side here. Now we'll take circles with the knees to the right. So keeping our hands on our knees and rolling the knees, rotating the knees one direction. And then every time your knees come in, exhale, and then inhale when they're away. Already starting to link the breath and movement. One more. Now go the opposite direction. Still inhale with the knees away, and then exhale when the knees come in. You feel your low back being massaged just by doing this too. Hold on to your knees, come center. Hold on to your right knee, stretch the left leg down the mat. And now flex your left toes so the toes go up towards the ceiling and you feel the inner thigh releasing downward, right? So if we release the flexing of the left foot, the inner thigh shoots up and out to the side and the toes go down, to the left. Now we're gonna bring that action back. Toes go up towards the ceiling. Right knee goes into your chest and start knocking or rocking the knee right to left. Again, inhale, knee pulls away from the body, exhale in. Bring the knee back to center. Both hands on the knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the shoulder blades, your head off the mat. A nice little core contraction here. Keep the left foot flexed. Reach the fingertips forward. Breathe. And now exhale, lift that left leg off the mat. And then inhale, lower down. Right leg goes down onto the mat. Right foot flexes, left knee comes in. And again, we'll take the knee left and right. Inhale, then exhale, the knee comes in, inhale it out. Keeping the right thigh engaged, firming down into the bone, the femur bone. Inhale, exhale, knee comes right back to center, hands on the knee. Take an inhale, exhale, contract the belly, lift the shoulder blades off the mat. Hold here and breathe. And now reach your fingertips forward, lift your right leg off the mat. Still keeping that breath nice and smooth. And then exhale, lower the knee. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. And now we're gonna plant the feet onto the mat. The feet are about hips width distance apart. We can look down to see, like, okay, is it at the edge of my hips? Both feet are parallel. Press down through the feet. feel the hips here. So now we're gonna come into the hips. Now, the frontal hip bones, place your hands onto the frontal hip bones and have them reaching up towards the chest. So now feel the difference where the low back is pressing down into the mat. And now you can feel more engagement in the thighs when you do this. Now relax, let the hips go. Now you feel the arch coming back here, right? Again, now push through your feet, reach the frontal hip bones up towards the chest and press the feet down. Feel the thighs engaging here. Even feel the core engaging. So feel that belly button draw down and up. And then release. Good. We're going to do that again. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring the hips up towards the chest. Press the low back into the mat. Press the feet down. Squeeze the thighs. Or they're actually just already squeezing. They're engaged. Belly is in. And then release. Nice. Lift the shins off or the feet off of the mat. Shins parallel to the ceiling. Bring your hands behind your head. Keep the chest nice and open. So I know we tend to kind of bring the elbows in when we crunch up. We want to keep the elbows away from each other. Inhale and then exhale. Draw the navel in and up and then exhale. Lift the shoulder blades. Keep the chest wide. And now baby crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Lower the knees down. Bring the arms behind you, straight behind you, palms facing each other, and don't let the thumbs or fingers touch the floor. Squeeze the arms as if the muscles are pouring into the bone. Just really melt the muscle into the arm bones. And then exhale, release. Replace your hands underneath your head. Keep the elbows nice and open. Keep the chest wide. Take an inhale, exhale, navel to spine. Oh, and then lift the feet off. Exhale, crunch up. And then keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the feet down. Bring the hands again up and over behind you, palms facing each other. Again, squeeze the muscles into the bones. Good. And then bring your hands down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Plant your feet down again, hips width distance. Press the inner foot and the outer foot down into the mat. This time we're gonna take dynamic bridge pose. So bring your hands, let's see, beside your body, palms facing the body. Press the feet in. Do the same action we did. Lift the frontal hip bones towards the chest. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach the arms behind you. Press into the feet. And then press into the thighs. Imagine there's a block or a cushion in between the thighs. Exhale, lower down. And we can even grab the block or a cushion if we have it. If you have the block, it's horizontally in between the thighs. Press the feet down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift up, press through the feet, really get those frontal hip bones towards the chest, buttocks flush towards the calves. Exhale, lower down, release whatever is in between your thighs. Take your knees back into your chest, roll side to side. Nice. Now we're gonna do one more lying down sequence. So grab your strap. Place it on the ball mound of the right foot. Let's keep the left leg bent here. And then we're just gonna bend the right knee and then stretch it up. You could take the strap, both straps into the right hand. Bend the knee, exhale, inhale up. Exhale, bend, inhale up. Stop here. Turn the toes out towards the right shoulder diagonally, and then exhale or inhale out, exhale in, and just cross it. Open it out to the side, and then cross it over. And then you can use your right elbow as a kickstand. So it has, you have somewhere to stop it. Your left hip doesn't rock up. Exhale, cross. Inhale out. Come back to center and just switch. Left into the strap, right comes down. Ball mound of the left foot. Grab both straps into your left hand and then bend the knee. Exhale, inhale up. Bend and up. And again, this is reinforcing the flexing of the foot. How is your breath? Hold center, turn the toes out towards the left, and then open it out. Exhale, cross. Okay. Take the strap out. Strap on the side of your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Roll onto your right side. Stop in fetal position for 1 second for a breath. Use the top hand and slowly come up to a seated posture. And then make your way into all fours. Wrists under shoulders, hips under knees. Press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, open up the chest, coming into cow. Exhale, lower and round your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep going. Using your own breath to guide you into these movements. And then maybe rocking your head side to side on your cow, and then exhale, you can waggle the hip side to side. Come into a neutral spine, press the hands into the mat, press the fingers and spread the fingers. Use the palms to press down and the fingers. Hug the core in. Straighten your right foot back. Keep the toes curled. Hug the belly into the back body. Hold. And now stretch forward and backward, giving us a nice calf stretch here. Coming back to center. Firm the belly. Hold here, really firm the belly here. Keep the hips neutral, keep them squared, and now lift the right leg off the mat. Reach the left arm forward. Bird dog. Hug the belly in. So notice when you release the belly, you start to collapse in the pose. Really firm the belly into the back body. Reach the left arm forward, come back down, left hand down, right knee down. Going to the other side, straighten the left leg, keep the toes curled, and then rock forward and back. Come back to center. Firm the belly into the back body. Pause. Lift the left leg up. Foot is flexed. And now reach the right arm forward. Keep the belly nice and firm. Keep the hips squared. Try not to let the left hip jut out. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Knee comes back down. Big toes touch behind you. Open up the knees and rest in child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. Smooth inhales. Smooth exhales. Press into the hands, come back up, all fours. Again, wrists under shoulders, hips under knees. Bird dog again. Stretch the right leg back a little bit faster. Right leg up, inhale, left arm forward. Hold, pause. But that doesn't mean pause your breath. Left hand down, right knee back, left leg comes up, pause, right arm comes forward. Firm, stabilize, breathe. Lower hand, knee, right leg lifts, left arm forward. Use the belly. Lower hand, lower knee. Left leg back, right arm forward. Lower hand, lower knee, child's pose. Coming back to the breath. Start to walk your hands forward. Elbows are off the mat, forearms are off the mat. Press down through the fingers, through the palms, and then notice the inner upper arm. So the portion of the arms right next to the ears. Spin the inner upper arm out away from the ears towards the sides of your room. And even here, let's slightly angle our fingers out towards the sides of the mat. So we want to create space between our shoulder cap and our neck. So this is what it's doing. It's encouraging to get more space in there because it tends to kind of get impinged and cramped up. Press down through the fingers. Shift your hips up. Weight into hands, curl your toes under, straighten your legs, and come into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog here, bend your right knee, bend your left. Again, feeling the calf stretch, and now the hamstring, the back of the leg, the back of the thigh. Really press the weight into the hips so that the weight is not in your wrists, it's not in your hands, it's mostly in the hips. Bend your knees, come back, child's pose. So if you feel like all of the weight is in your wrists, then that means you're not distributing the weight into your palms or your fingers. So really use the whole hand, not just the wrist. And then when you distribute the weight into the hands, press that weight or more of that into the hips now. So then it's not just in your hands. Hands are forward, extended straight, fingertips turned out just a tad, pressing into the hands. Shift yourself up and back, downward facing dog. 3 nice breaths here. So press into the palms. Turn the inner upper arms out towards the sides of the rooms. This is helping to engage the tricep and the bicep. Keep firming the belly into the back body. So we're still having our tummy engaged. And then the heels are nice and heavy. No need to push your heels down. Just let them be as they are. Let gravity do its job. Crawl your hands towards your feet. Open up your feet a little wider than your hips. Forward fold, soft Uttanasana. Grab onto the elbows. Let your head just hang. Release the neck muscles and sway side to side. Nice and easy. How is the breath? Release the elbows. Change the crossing of the forearms. Grab your elbows again. Sway side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Let go of the elbows. Let your head hang. Let your hands dangle. Bring your hands onto your waist. Keep a bend in your knees here. On an inhale, long spine, rise all the way up. Elbows towards each other. So draw the elbows in towards each other. Good. Release the hands and walk up to the front of your mat. And then bring your blocks on the outsides of the front of your mat. And I'm going to adjust my mat just a little bit because my head is chopped off. That's a little better. Okay. At the top of your mat, feet are hips width distance. Traditionally, they teach it where your big toes are together touching and then the heels are apart. So if you feel good in this with your feet, do it. Otherwise, taking your feet down, pressing through the feet, the ball mound of the foot, the heel of the foot. Engage those thighs just like we did when we were lying down. And then draw the hips, the frontal hip bones up towards the chest, releasing the flesh of the buttocks down towards the heels. So notice now that you're neutralizing your hips here. Pause. Firm the belly into the back body. Reach your arms out towards its side. Palms facing forward. And then feel this slight pinch in the shoulder blades as we create a nice widening through the collarbone. Breathe here, and now softly close your eyes and allow this pose to be imprinted. Feeling as if there's a strong white light pouring down through the crown of the head and down along your straight spine and out through your feet. Now really root down through the bottoms of the feet. Tadasana, nice strong mountain pose. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hinge forward at the hips, soft bend in the knees. Hands on your calves. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the soft bend in the knees. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead, fingertips to the ceiling, and then keep that engagement in the core. Don't let it go. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Tadasana. One more half sun salutation. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, lower down. Hands on calves, open up the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Buttocks flush towards the heels, heart down, hands to heart center. Out to the side, Tadasana. Sun salutation C. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to calves, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step your right foot back. Pause. Low lunge. We could even invite our props here to be right underneath our shoulders, opening up the chest, and again, feeling that pressing of the shoulder blades in the back body. Can you feel that? And then exhale, bring your hands, or actually lower the back knee down onto the mat, flatten out the right toes. And then inhale, belly, spine, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. And we're gonna do the same thing here. The inner upper arms go out towards the sides of the room. Inner upper arms go out towards the sides of the room. I think the connection went bad there, so I'm just repeating. Really get length through the back body, pinkies towards the back, just so we can get more opening in the shoulder and the neck area. And then right hand on the inside of the left foot, pause, reach the top arm up. A nice little twist. Keep firming the outer hips into the center of the body. Option to bend the top arm, wrap it around behind you, opening up the shoulder cap. So draw the left shoulder cap back and down. Don't let the left hip jut out to the side. Squeeze the hips into the center of the body. Find your breath. Left hand on the mat. Stretch your hips back, reach your hips back, flex your left foot. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits here. Keep the hips squared. And then drag, isometrically drag the left heel towards the back of the mat. Feeling more engagement in the gluteus medius, the side butt. Rebend that front knee, plant the hands, charge up the back foot, pause, low lunge, widen out through the collarbone, step. Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot. Left foot back plank. Let's pause and plank for a little bit. Push down through the fingers, through the palms, widen out through the chest. Again, feel the shoulder blades contracting together. Just slightly, not all the way. Firm the belly into the back body. Reach the heels back as the chest opens forward. Lower the knees down, flatten out your toes. Pause. Widening out through the chest. Keep the engagement in the core. Shift forward. Slowly bend your elbows, keeping the arms grazing the side body as you lower all the way down. 3, 2, 1. Lower forehead. And then slide the hands back just a tad, maybe a centimeter. Plant the hands down. Draw the elbows towards each other. Feel the opening of the chest. Inhale, baby cobra, chest lifts. Keep the gaze at the tip of the nose. Keep the neck long. Breathe. Engage the core muscles. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes underneath you. Use the knees to help you. All fours, and then push back down dog. Take a smooth inhale. Lift the right leg up. Keep the right foot flexed. Round the spine, knee to nose. Step the foot next to your right thumb. Pause, low lunge. Again, recruit those blocks underneath your shoulders. Open the chest. Hug the outer hips in. Blocks come back out. Plant the hands. Lower the back knee. Flatten out the back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, other side. Again, Reach the pinkies back towards the back of the mat. Hug the outer hips in. Keep the core engaged. Don't allow this to come into a back bend. Don't let it be a back bend. And then bring your left hand down on the inside of the front foot. Reach your right arm up. Anjaneyasana twist. Pretend like there's a block or a beach ball in between the thighs. Scissor the thighs together. Option to bend the top elbow. Draw the right shoulder cap down and back. How is the breath? One more inhale. And then exhale. Plant the right hand down onto the mat. Charge up the back foot, pause, low lunge. Step forward. Hands to calves, lift up. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, swing the arms up overhead, fingertips up towards ceiling, flesh of the buttocks down towards the heels. Hands come down together, heart center, out to your sides, Tadasana. Find your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, slight bend in the knees. Hands, fingers to calves, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step your left foot back, pause. Step your right foot back, plank. We're gonna hold plank for 3 breaths. Rotate the shoulder caps towards the back of the room. Press down through the hands, through the fingers. Navel to spine, flesh of the buttocks towards the heels. Knees lower down onto mat, flatten out your toes, pause. Keep the core engaged, don't let your belly sink. Keep the core engaged, shift forward, bend your elbows, graze the body with the arms. Slowly lower down. Forehead down to mat. Slide the hands slightly behind your back towards the side ribs, just so that the elbows are stacking onto the wrists. Push the hands down. Inhale, baby cobra, engage the core. Breathe. Lower the forehead down, curl the toes under. Use the knees to push back into down dog, or push back, plank, then down dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, look in between your hands. On your exhale, navel to spine, step or hop to the front of the mat. Fingertips to calves, lift your chest up, keep the core engaged. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Pause, engage your core, hands to heart center. Tadasana. Sun salutation A. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to calves, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands back. Stretch the right leg back. Left leg back, plank. Wrists underneath shoulders, firming the belly, breathing. Heels drawing back, chest opening forward. Option to lower your knees down to the mat or keep your knees up. Shift forward, bend your elbows, hover, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, so uncurl the toes, press through the hands, stretch, straighten your arms up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Keep your core engaged. Curl your toes, shift your hips back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, navel to spine. Jump or walk to the front of the mat. Hands, fingertips to calves. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Belly engaged. Hands to heart center. One more sun salutation A. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to calves, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Right foot back, plank. So now you have options. You could either do a modified chaturanga or a full chaturanga. Just make sure you're always using your core, not to go into an unintended backward bend. I'm gonna lower my knees, flatten out my toes, shift forward. I'm still using the core. I'm actually using a lot of core here as I lower down. Lower down even if you did a classic chaturanga. I'm just catching my breath because I'm teaching and doing. So extend your arms, straighten your arms beside your body. Palms towards the body. Thumbs down, pinkies up. Okay, press the tops of the feet down. Engage the thigh muscle. So same thing we did. Press the muscle into the femur bone. Flush of the buttocks down towards the heels. Engage the belly. Inhale, lift the chest up, roll the shoulders back. Arms lift, reaching back towards your toes. And then inhale, lift your feet off the mat. So this is all core work. This is all back muscles. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep the heels in line with the sitting bones. So don't open your feet out too much. Exhale, lower onto your forehead. Pause. We're gonna do one more. That was called Shalabhasana. Tops of feet, engage the thighs, flush of the buttocks, 2 heels. Inhale, lift the chest, fingertips back, lift your feet, Shalabhasana. Breathe. Exhale, lower down, plant your hands beside your chest, curl your toes underneath you, press up and back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Ears in line with the upper arms. So don't let your head hang down or dangle or reach it up. Don't look forward. Just keep your ears in line with your arms. Your feet are either wider than your hips or hips with distance. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, navel to spine. Step or hop to the front of the mat. And try to step with a different foot each time. Fingertips to calves. Lift your chest. Sternum lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Engage the core. Press the hands together. Bring them down, heart center. Hands down to your side, Tadasana. Catch your breath. Feel the breath. Okay, now let's take a nice wide stance, and you're gonna take this stance along the long side of your mat. Excuse me, let me move my blankets to the side. Nice wide long stance and parallel your feet. Okay, bring your hands to your hips. Slide the right heel back. Turn the left toes up and over towards the front of the mat. And then find front heel to back arch alignment. So have the front heel intersect the back arch. Hands to hips, keep reaching the frontal hip bones up towards the chest. And then on your exhale, bend in that left knee. Good. Really press through the back edge of the right foot. And really feel both legs keeping you up, holding you up. Again, scissor the legs here. Pretend something is in between the thighs. And now bring your arms out. Look beyond your middle finger, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Keep the belly engaged, frontal hip bones up towards your chest. And let's turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Feel the opening in the shoulders here. So this is always an option. If it's too much in the shoulders with the palms down, always know that this is an option for you. Breathe. Left hand behind your back, just like we did in Anjaneyasana. Reach the top palm back towards the back of the mat. Reverse warrior. You can keep it, or you keep it nice and long. It's up to you. Either one works. On your next exhale, bend your arm, forearm to thigh. Reach your arm up towards the ceiling. So I'm mirroring, I'm assuming this is your left hand, left forearm onto the thigh, right arm up. Parshva Konasana, side angle. Now notice, check to see if your right hip has jutted out towards the side and it's sticking out. If it has, draw it in and under the body. Hug the thighs together again. Keep the core engaged. And then reach the top fingertips towards the front of the mat. Extended side angle. Utthita Parshva Konasana. Find your breath. You can always straighten. Play with dynamic, moving it. And then push into your feet. Reach all the way back up. Parallel your feet. Coming into the other side now. Reach the back foot. Slide the left heel out. Turn the right toes up and over towards the front. And then exhale, bend in your right knee. We're in front heel to back arch alignment. Reach the arms out. Look beyond your front middle finger. And then again, you have the option to turn the palms up. Find that breath. Turn the palms up. Back hand behind your back. Reach the right arm up and over for reverse warrior. Find the breath. right forearm to thigh, reach the left arm up. So notice my neck or my head isn't dangling down into the bottom shoulder. I'm rebounding up and out of the forearm, up and out of the elbow, reach the top fingertips forward, and I'm keeping a long neck. Push into the feet, reach your arms back up and out, parallel your feet. Reach the arms out. This time, pigeon toe your feet just a little bit. And then on your exhale, hinge forward, lower your hands, bring them on the insides of the feet, coming into Prasarita Padottanasana A. If you need blocks or something underneath your hands to lift the floor up, go ahead and do so, and you have the other one. Let your head hang. Place more weight into the front of the feet, the ball mound of the feet. And then take a slight micro bend in the knees here. If you can bend your elbows so that they create a shelf behind you, so that the elbows stack right over the wrists. Crawl your fingertips forward, inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, bring your hands back. Let your head dangle again. Bring your hands to your hips, draw the elbows back towards each other. Engage the thighs, inhale, long spine all the way up. And then heel toe your feet back together. And then exhale, lower down onto your mat. So we're gonna get into our little peak pose or challenging pose. We've been doing this a lot throughout the class. So bring your feet hips width distance apart. Hands come behind you so that the fingertips are going towards the feet. So we're gonna first practice half upward facing table, okay? So fingertips are towards our toes. Hands are just about beneath our shoulders, okay? Pressing down through the feet, engaging the thighs, lift the hips up. Feel the shoulder caps here. Can you stabilize, press the shoulder blades closer together, getting more lift in the chest. Exhale, lower hips down. And then maybe come forward, grab onto your shins, round your spine. Rock your head side to side. Take the hands back again, fingertips to the front or to your toes. So we have the option. I'm gonna first demo and then we'll do it together. So we have the option to keep the knees bent and come back into that half table pose, Purvottanasana, Ardha Purvottanasana, or we can take the feet further forward. They're gonna be together here. They're gonna be basically pointed. And what we're gonna do is on an inhale, we're gonna lift the hips up. So I'm gonna take a few breaths before. I'm pressing my feet down, straightening my feet, Purvottanasana. Flesh of the buttocks goes down towards the heels. Make sure your core is engaged because you can inadvertently back bend here. And then lower down. Okay? So we'll do that together. We can keep the knees bent or allow them to go straight or straighten the knees, the legs, the knees, yeah. Okay. So we'll do whatever you want. Okay, I'll teach both. So feet down, either hip width distance if keeping knees bent, or toes together if straightening. Take an inhale. We're actually going to lift on the exhale. Exhale, lift. And then exhale, lower the hips down, come forward and round over your knees. Okay? Now your choice. You can either go along the long side of your mat or keep going along the short side, but I'm going to turn towards you. We're going to open up our legs, coming into Upavishta. So the legs don't have to be super open. They can be closer together. It doesn't really matter. Inhale, lift, lengthen, reach the fingertips up. Rotate towards your left foot, your left leg. Reach your fingertips forward. Hands down on the outsides of the legs, lengthen the spine. Root down that right hip. And then exhale, round over. Crawl the hands, tent the hands, lengthen up. Bring the left hand on the inside of the foot, reach it forward. Thumb down, pinky up. Try to grab onto the heel. If you can't, then maybe grab onto the shin or the calf. And then with your right hand, reach up and overhead. So don't place too much force onto the knees to try to get them straight. Let's leave them slightly bent. Actually, I did the hand wrong. So rotate the palm so that the thumb goes down, pinky goes up, and the palm is towards the foot. There we go. One more cycle of breath. Fingertips coming back towards the hips, come back to center. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, rotate to your right foot. Reach the fingertips forward. Reach over towards your right foot. And now lower the hands on the outsides of the legs. Root your left hip down. Keep both knees slightly micro bent. Crawl your hands forward. And then letting your back round into your leg. Still rooting down your opposite hip. Would be your left hip. How is your breath here? Coming back to the fingertips. Tent your fingers. Bring yourself up. Lengthen your spine. Rotate your palm towards your foot. Thumb down, pinky up. Reach your right hand over to your leg, your calf, your shin, your heel. And then extend your left arm up and overhead. How is the breath? One more cycle of breath. Reach the hand up, come all the way up. Bring your hands through heart center, hands down to heart. Close your legs. And we'll grab either one or two blankets. So just notice how you are sitting without the blanket. There tends to be how do I explain this? A posterior pelvic tilt where it's like we're spilling the bowl of the pelvis back, and that's not fun. So let's help our pelvis by placing a blanket underneath our hips. Reach your legs forward, coming into Dandasana pose, staff pose. Bring your palms on the outsides of the hips. Reach the chest open. Actually, reach the sternum up. Sternum is the top of the bone of the manubrium, connecting the two collarbones together. So reach the sternum, or we could say the heart up. Palms pressing down into the blanket. And again, feeling those frontal hip bones going towards the chest, but it being an easy thing. Like we don't even have to do it actually. Our core is contracted. Collarbones are spread. Shoulder blades are pressing. Breathe. Okay, we can get out of the pose, wiggle yourself out. Now I'm trying to think, we're gonna do a twist, but I wanna see, I think going at it at a side angle will help. So I'm gonna go to the side, you stay put. Bring your right knee into your chest. Keep your sitting bones pushing down into the mat. All right. So now take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Core is engaged. Right hand goes behind you. Cross rotate your torso so your elbow is on the outside of your right thigh. Pause. Now here, you can reach that left heel forward and feel the twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist and reach the left heel forward. So I learned this through a physical therapist. It's giving more twist mobility in the spine rather than locking through the hips. Feel the inhale, lengthen, grow the spine, and then exhale, twist and keep pushing, reaching that left heel forward. So this is a nice and healthy twist. But we're still using the pit of the navel to twist. So the core, meaning the core is still engaged. And then inhale, come back to center. And did you feel the difference between the twisting? Was it a little more accessible and more easily to get into, and just your body was happy, I'm sure. Right leg stretches down the mat, left knee in. Core is engaged, reach the palms up, fingertips towards the ceiling. Rotate to your left, left hand goes down. Rotate a little more to the left, contracting the core. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, from the pit of the navel, reach your right heel forward. Keep Inhaling, keep growing up. Exhaling, twist. And you don't have to keep twisting. You can keep the twist there. This twist is not for you to kind of go all the way like exorcist mode, but just to feel a comfortable twist where you're able to mobilize your spine. Really, the twist comes from the thoracic spine, so where your shoulder blades are, that's where we have the vertebrae to twist. Inhale, grow. Exhale, twist. And then come back to center, release the twist. Feet are still straight. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slightly bend the knees and reach over for Paschimottanasana. Allow this to just be a fold. You can round your spine here. You can even do what I'm doing. I'm just rotating the head right now. Hands towards the knees, on the outsides of the knees. Tent your fingers, lengthen your spine, halfway, Ardha. And then exhale, fold back into the legs, keeping the knees bent. So we don't want to overstretch the hamstrings. We don't want to overstretch the backs of the thighs. Now walk your hands towards your hips, lengthen your spine up, come off of your lift. Place your blanket, your lift off to the side of the mat. Lower your body all the way down. Plant your feet hips width distance. Lift your right foot, ankle goes on top of the left thigh. And now slide the heel to the left so that your ankle bone, the round protrusion, doesn't push into the thigh. Slide it out so it's not in the way. Good. You can stay here and push your thighs away if you feel a stretch here. Or you have the option to lift the left foot, interlace behind the left thigh, and then with your right elbow, push your right thigh away. But it's a nice gentle action. I was doing this a couple of days ago and I overstretched my right thigh, and now I'm not really gonna get into the full pose today. So it's interesting what my body, what our bodies teach us. Even I still, we're not all perfect and all perfect yogis. We still have our moments where we mindlessly push ourselves into stretches. One more cycle of breath. Exhale, lower the right foot. Cross the left ankle. Slide it out. Be sure to keep the left foot flexed. So whatever foot is crossed on the thigh should always be flexed. You can stay here, push the left thigh away, or you can lift your right leg, interlace behind your right thigh. The right foot doesn't need to be flexed. Lower your left foot down. hug your knees into your chest. Let's come into happy baby. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Press the knees down. Keep them wider than your chest. Heels stacking over the knee. And if you can't reach the feet, grab onto the backs of the thighs. And you can rock here side to side. And I was just thinking last week when I taught the class, I taught Purvottanasana too, but I taught it with different hand positions. And I thought we could do a different one today because no one was really there because I joined the wrong meeting. But I feel like last week's hands positions were not as stable as these. And that was just a variation. And if you want to, you can extend your legs and you can rock side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Pause. Lift your head into your knees. Squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. And then exhale, lower yourself down onto the floor. You can use the blanket underneath your head. You can use your other blanket underneath your knees. And you can use the blocks underneath your heels. So we're in a supportive Shavasana here. I apologize that I'm wearing dark clothes so you can't really see what I'm doing. I hope you get it. Take a smooth inhale. Exhale, release, and allow your body to melt down into your, no longer controlling the breath, no longer controlling any muscles, any body movement. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch from top to bottom. Bend your left knee and roll onto your right side, fetal position. Take a moment. Press your left hand down. Come up into a nice, comfortable seated position. Keeping a soft gaze to the front or having your eyes closed, bring your hands to heart center in gratitude. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, gaze into your heart. With thumbs pressing into the heart, this reminds us that we all come from pure love. Thumbs rise up to meet our lips, reminding us to speak words of love. Knuckles of the thumbs press in between our eyebrows, our third eye, to remind us that we're all connected through this same love. We're all experiencing this together. Thank you so much for showing up to your mat and sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thank you, Tammy. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
I'll see you next week. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.